Jason is here.
Hello, everyone. I hope my mic is working. It might not be. I just decided to do a show at the last minute and figured I would talk about Star Wars because Star Wars show. And I think my headphones aren't working, so when Rob shows up, I probably won't be able to hear him. So just brace yourself for that. What is going on in Star Wars? Well, a bunch of dumb shit, like always. There's some articles over at Bestman Bulletin. It's like right now, this is like the worst Star Wars time. Like I don't fake it. You know, I'm not gonna come here and be like, oh, we got a really exciting show for you today. Because honestly, everything is stupid. Just it's true. Like, so this is an article from Bestman Bulletin. EA cancels Respawn Star Wars FPS game believed to be focused on a Mandalorian bounty hunter. All right, so we got a bounty hunter, and he's a Mandalorian, and he's been canceled. So, hey Rob, I don't know if I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, for some reason it's not coming through my headphones.
Yeah, they.
Oh, there it goes.
I can hear me. Not now. Okay.
Yeah, it works now for me. Cool. So, anyways, yeah. So I warned everybody about this technological hurdle we were gonna face, and we just overcame it like fucking pros.
Feel the vibrations.
Mm-hmm. Are you hearing me on your delayed headphones again?
No. I hear
Okay. Okay. I thought for a second I was like, oh no.
You want to do that? We could do that. That's my favorite. I'll go put on that headphones.
I could be like, so the Bad Batch was a romping thrill ride where an 11-year-old Boba Fett, who's a woman now, goes on a rollicking adventure with her deformed clone buddies. You know, but
yeah. You never did another review since.
I know you broke. You broke.
Yeah,
me.
I broke. Yeah, I did it. Hey, I've been thinking about names for our new show.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking we should call it the Jason Ward Show.
Oh man, that's really thinking outside the box.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's too creative. I got
you. This is not a Star Wars podcast. So.
That's pretty good.
You know,
not making Star Wars. How about not making?
Totally not making Star Wars. Totally is how you set it apart.
I like totally not. Yeah,
totally
like
not.
That.
Yeah, you could be the announcer. You got to set it up every day.
I should announce it just like it was a Double Dare, right?
Yeah,
could be Mark Summers.
And I'm like, hey, I'm Mark Summers. Here we go. Mike is gonna stick his hand up a nose and get a flag, and if he gets the flag, he gets Mandalorian on DVD.
Remember when we all got the guy who was in summer school confused for Mark Summers?
No, that was just you. That was still.
Remember when we all had that problem?
Yeah, no, most people aren't face blind. That's still just a you thing. I'm pretty
Mark
sure.
Summer School. That's
okay.
We used to call him.
I've heard your complaint, and I'll allow it. Mark Summer School. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, so like stuff came out, a bunch of fake stuff, a bunch of fan math stuff. I don't really want to talk about it because I don't really want to fight with a fucking trust me, bro, I'm an insider kind of bullshit. It's so dumb. I'm just gonna put it this way without getting specific. We just got a big article on a certain tax break. And that certain tax break tells you where something's going to film. And if something was to film somewhere else, there wouldn't be a certain tax break. Why can't Star Wars fans have fucking continuity of reality in their brains? Why do they bounce around like pinballs from one fact to the next with just complete disregard of what happened yesterday? You know, I don't know. It's just so weird to me. Like, I've had it with just how stupid everything is, and I just don't really want to engage with it, with that stuff. Oh, it looks like Santa's doing a show at 9:30 a.m. in 15 minutes. So if this show that goes nowhere gets on your nerves, go to the Star Wars Santa show.
Yeah, there'll be far less cursing over on Santa show.
Oh yeah, a lot less cursing for sure.
Yeah.
Whoa, Gold Searcher. What do you guys think is going to drop on Disney Plus on Star Wars Day for May 4th? I would like to think we get Tales of the Jedi Season 2. Yes. That would be a best guess. I would say so. I would say if it was going to happen, that's likely when it would happen. I think we might have had Bad Batch premiere then before, but Bad Batch is already premiered. That's one of the last things we have on the docket this year. It definitely won't be Acolyte, as you know. Acolyte's like another crazy thing where people are like, Acolyte's not coming out, and it's coming out May 4th. You know what I mean? It's like,
I heard they're making a show called Tales from the JJ, and it's just JJ Abrams telling us all things he would have done with episode 9 if he got a chance. And Kathy wouldn't let him.
What he could have done.
Yeah.
That way you understand that, like, he knows, but he didn't do it. He's like, you know what? I could have told you how Palpatine came back, but that would make me have to commit to something you would criticize. So I'm just going to let you criticize nothing and hope you just forget about the movie.
Well, I mean, he was on X, and he said it was originally called Secrets of Sheev, right?
Man. When I'm X, I usually just like feel like everything is velvety, you know, like it's
or
nice.
His other one was Coming to Exegol. That was yeah, that was another one.
Sex with an eggs, a goal. So, why is there no marketing for Acolyte or Tales yet? We need to get trailers months and months beforehand.
One last one, Jason, before I forget. He also said there was another title was gonna be I'm gonna get you Snoka.
Snoka,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
I like I'm gonna get you Ahsoka. Never.
No, Filoni wouldn't let him do it. No, Filoni wouldn't let him do it. But he was really trying to get the pun in.
So,
in case you didn't know.
Mr. Ayla asks, why is there no marketing for Acolyte? Well, Acolyte's not coming out yet. Is why it'll be out in the summertime. So, I would say like May 4th is probably a pretty good window for an Acolyte trailer, as if it shows up around June, then because we've known for quite almost a year that it would be in this summer. We didn't have a date though, and I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be about 2 months after that. So that would be my hope would be Tales of the Jedi on May 4th and the Acolyte trailer. But in reality, May 4th is just an excuse for them to take their Star Wars t-shirts nobody wanted, their action figures nobody wanted, and mark them down by 45% or something like that. That's what it really comes down to. So there's been times when May 4th has been, something neat kind of, but most of the time it's not. So
most of the time it's not.
Yeah, I would just expect it not to be something, amazing. But yeah, so Bespin Bulletin.
For me, it's the one day a year I get donuts.
Right.
So I never forget. It's that day. Yeah, this way, when everyone's mad, I'm happy because it's my donut day. The one time
that time everybody fan math Disney Plus Day and it was nothing.
You mean by everyone? You mean Meg?
Yeah. Did we already do this article on BestmanBulletin.com?
Is this the one how they wanted it to be a Jedi?
Is this a different one? Is this the update? Council's response?
I don't know. I saw someone on Threads this morning quote Bespin saying that they wanted it to be Jedi. When I have something to say about this, this is hilarious.
Oh, I know. Actually, I do think is this the one? Because I remember me and Rob. Me and Bespin heard that and we were like, "Oh, Rob's going to be unsufferable." Oh, here it is. I had to
people don't know Bespin's real name is Rob. It really fucks with Jason.
I just outed him. Yeah. Actually, it's Rob backwards. It's Boar. Fucking boring bitch. All right. EA reportedly canceled Respawn's Star Wars Mandalorian FPS game as it didn't feature lightsabers or Jedi. Which is something Rob has been reporting to us nonstop for 2 years straight.
Yes.
So take it away, Rob. Go ahead with your.
All right, I got two things on this one. Yeah. One, no fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, we've already been down this path. It's so hilarious to me that the whole reason why we even have a Jedi Fallen Order is because Respawn and them wanted to make a game featuring Jedi. And old Lucasfilm was like, no, make it about bounty hunters and shit. Like they were telling everybody, make it about bounty hunters. That's how Ragtag was about bounty hunters. Again, Jedi, they wanted everything to be about bounty hunters. And then the irony that they're like, hey, guess what? If it don't got lightsabers in it, it don't feel like fucking Star Wars. Right. Like that Star Wars Outlaws trailer. Hey, man. Yeah, it's a world of Star Wars, but if the chick ain't holding the lightsaber, is it really? Because what is the difference between Star Wars and any other one? It's basically the Jedi. Like, that's it. As much as I prefer a show without Jedi in it, I understand and have understood for 30 years that if you don't put it in there, the average person doesn't fucking care, man. That's what makes it the difference. Like, that's like,
yeah, but
that's
at the same time, like, because it's not real. This is all fake, and it's not a thing because they haven't made it a thing, because they didn't figure it out. They decided we're not even going to try to figure it out. And that's, I mean, Ragtag got canceled, didn't really have a Jedi in it.
right.
And but this isn't anyone's first rodeo. You've been saying this for like over 2 years on this show. You've known it before the show.
Yes.
Why is this why? I mean, I don't mean this like respectfully. Why is the guy who draws Spawn, who does a Star Wars podcast, more fucking aware of this than the fucking douchebag at EA who's making like $250 a year to fucking like play PUBG and cancel a game because he saw something cooler he liked. You know what I mean?
I'm just here to tell you all the arguments I had with Lucasfilm 12 years. I mean, 10 plus years, no, 12 years now. You know what I mean? Ago.
That story is, I believe, though, this is EA coming to this conclusion.
EA came to the conclusion, right?
Yeah.
But like, no shit. I mean, and you could go back to Shadows of the Empire, the video game Shadows of the Empire, right? No, go back before that. Let's go to Dark Forces when it featured a guy that didn't have a fucking lightsaber. Guess what? Every negative review for the video game said doesn't feature lightsabers.
It's cool because it doesn't have lightsabers, but it'd be cool if he had a cooler gun.
It's a Doom clone. If it had a lightsaber, it would make it more special.
But
I love Dark Forces. I played the living hell out of it, but that was you couldn't shake that argument, Jason. You couldn't, which is why the second one was called Jedi Knight. It wasn't called, like, Dark Forces 2 was tiny, Jason. It was called Jedi Knight.
But who has laser guns? Like, practically nothing, like, outside of Halo or whatever, which has fallen off massive. Like, they could make laser guns cool. Like, all the games that you play that have bullets in it and shit, no, there's nothing visually exciting about bullets.
But people, you know, other than maybe Americans, people don't form religions around laser guns, right? It's the swords, Jason.
Guns.
It's the swords. But every science fiction epic has laser guns. It's the Jedi and lightsabers that make Star Wars different. Like, that's it, man.
But where I just fundamentally disagree with the whole thing is, how about you make laser guns visually appealing and fun in a Star Wars game? But I'm also like, at the same time, like, look at the picture that Bespin has chosen in his article. There's a fucking dark saber. Oh my gosh. It's almost like we could have had our cake and ate it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you got guys go, well, he couldn't have had the lightsaber because Bo-Katan. Shut up with the dark saber. You know, you could do whatever you want with the dark saber. Like,
no. I mean, yeah, but that's the whole thing, though. Is you could do a bounty on a Jedi at one point and then take his lightsaber, and then they could make a fun thing where it's hard to use and then you get better at it. Like, I'm just saying, there are creative ways of putting it there if you need it. But
the minute you build lightsaber gameplay, Jason, everything gets based around it, just from a gameplay standpoint. Otherwise, it's the pickaxe from Fortnite, and that's not going to make people happy.
But I'm also going to say that like this company has already developed the lightsaber gameplay for other games that it could easily, I would imagine. Am I wrong?
But they were using the Apex engine. I'm willing to bet. And
I thought, I could be wrong. I thought it was Fallen Order 2, whatever the fuck it's called. Was that one an Epic
it's Respawn.
Unreal? Is that an Unreal Engine game?
Is that an Unreal Engine game? Yeah.
Yeah. So they have it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but the engine, it's not the thing funneling all the lighting and physics and AI. It's your core gameplay loop. Right. And if your core gameplay loop here, their core gameplay loop is FPS shooter. The minute you put a lightsaber in first person, I'm telling you, man, it becomes 10 times more clunky. The sword fighting in Skyrim is not as dynamic as, say, lightsaber combat in Jedi Fallen Order. Like, it's just not.
But people are still playing Skyrim.
Huh? Yeah, but they weren't trying to make Skyrim. They're trying to make a budget game, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
They were making a corridor FPS. All right, they were making a a modern Doom Forces. You know what I mean? Like.
But it's just it's such a self-fulfilling prophecy when you cancel every non-lightsaber and then say, well, it's like we don't even. I mean, I guess Outlaws will be our one time into it where we see if it can matter or not. Because it is true, there are a lot of people where just lightsabers are the whole thing. Children love lightsabers, obviously, so it kind of makes sense that you would focus on the Jedi thing. But at the same time, when I have like a trilogy of Jedi Fallen Order games and every other Star Wars game ever made, it's not really a bad thing, to have something that isn't that. And in
if they could get this game made on for a 39.99. Hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying.
This is more important.
No, I'm gonna
HD
finish.
quality says a trailer for the Acolyte is being prepared, and when it arrives, it's unknown to them. Also, I want to shut down the rumor of the episodes being approximately 1 hour long. It fluctuates a lot, and so that's good. So Cryptic HD quality, who has had everything right about times and approvals and stuff like that. I'm guessing that they have some kind of access to some sort of ratings board or something like that. Says that
they'll average around 40 minutes, right? I mean, that's every show they've ever done is around 40 minutes. Like when you average all of them out,
It'll be Andor. It'll be probably. I'm guessing like if you look at the randomness of the Andor times, it'll be like that. Andor was kind of like about an hour, but they were, But you're gonna have your Star Wars theory types go, I hear they're all 1 hour plus Star Wars movies, and then they're gonna get mad when it's not.
Look how great Andor was, and Santa and all his little Elphalites out there couldn't get past the fact that it didn't feature Jedi. Couldn't get their heads around it.
Is that true?
If it doesn't have the superpowers, yes.
Was Santa anti-Andor?
Yes.
Because
I've been on his show.
Santa,
yes.
Are you here? You were anti-Andor?
He doesn't like it.
Oh, Santa, what the heck? Anyways,
he doesn't like it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. At least the Acolyte stuff is coming.
Oh, it's true, Jason. I hate those illegal space alien Andors. Oh, hold on there, Santa. Hold on there, buddy. Getting a little crazy.
So I don't know how far in advance they would prep those sorts of things, but it's like the 5th of March right now. So that really gives them about a month. So I'm going to guess that the trailer won't be May 4th and it will be around, somebody suggested April, 3rd or 4th in the chat for a Disney investor BS day or something like that. Oh, here it is. Gold Searcher.
I wanted Andor to have candy sabers, Jason. Candy sabers.
Or the trailer for Acolyte could drop during the Disney shareholders meeting on April 3rd. So I got to say, Gold Searcher, I think you might have the best guess that I would go with.
It's fascinating.
Of the day, considering we're on the 5th right now. That would give 1 month for it to, to gestate and then come out then.
I'm counting the minutes until we get that trailer. It's going to change our lives.
Okay, well, if you're not into it, then you shouldn't.
I'm into it. I'm just saying, everyone's waiting for a trailer to drop.
Rob, we're fucking talking about how they're not putting out a game that they're not going to make that doesn't have a laser sword. We got to be excited about something. I mean,
but there's going to be lightsabers in the trailer, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You know what it is? I wasn't impressed with the footage we saw from.
Okay, but that isn't. I know, but that isn't. That is unfair. That would
it brought down my anticipation, and I was really anticipated. So I'm at a neutral level. I'm neither for or against it. I'm like, show me what you got, but I'm not getting too excited.
Santa just said you're a fucking dog shit piece of crap liar.
Yeah, well, you know what?
He did not diss Andor for no lightsabers.
You know what, man? He sounds a lot like Mom.
He said. He said, "Tell that cocksucker to shut the fuck up." So, I'm sorry, Rob. I don't know what brought that into him, but you did.
Yeah. Well,
you did
the holiday spirit. The holiday spirit's an asshole, Jason. If you didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, it kind of is when you really get down to it. I know. It just feels like a mall to me. It's like a mall, like being in a mall with a bunch of people and COVID everywhere. No. Anyways,
but no, I just think like
back to the article,
they have to, in order for this to work, like the game has to be at like a price point where they could sell for $39.99, but they're not going to do that because of the
wait, what game?
The license, any game, right? Like this kind of FPS game, right?
Right.
To do a
Star Wars
corridor shooter,
Power World doesn't make sense because it's too much money for the license, and then so you can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, like you're talking about, they used to make 9% profit on games. These days, AAA budget games are going down to 6% profit because of the time it takes to make it. So if they're like, all right, maybe they get the profit back up to 9, but then with licensing, it takes it down to 5. It's just, you look at it, and that's why I always said, Jason, on the show, when it comes to making a Star Wars video game, you need a developer who's hungry, who's had quality work, but hasn't had their time in the spotlight, and is willing to take less money to get noticed.
Yeah.
Like I've been saying that since before Jedi Fallen Order was even announced, you know?
Yeah.
And so like,
well, you're definitely not wrong, because the biggest corporation in gaming might be EA. I don't know. It's up there, and they can't seem to really, they're like at like a 50% rate, I think, right now.
They were only interested in when they had the exclusivity, where the only place you can get Star Wars is us, right?
Yeah.
Because then they can gouge you to no end. But if you've got competition,
we just didn't get Star Wars games because of it, though. At the same time, it was terrible.
Yeah, that was their plan. I guess you just don't get anything. So,
all right. So EA reportedly cancels Respawn Star Wars Mandalorian FPS games that didn't feature lightsabers or Jedi. Last week, Star Wars fans.
When you say Jedi, I picture Joe Dirt in a Jedi robe.
Yeah.
Someone should Photoshop that one. Baymax, get on that.
Come on, Baymax. Where is Baymax? Last week, Star Wars fans received the disappointing news that the untitled Star Wars first-person shooter being developed by Respawn Entertainment, the studio behind the successful Star Wars Jedi series, had been canceled by Respawn's parent company, Electronical Arts.
That's actually a better name.
I know it is. The untitled FPS single-player game had been developed since 2022 and was still looking to hire staff on the day the cancellation was announced just last week. Azatru showed me that too. He was like, look, they're putting up job listings on his Twitter. Job listings from last year revealed that the game was inspired by Star Wars Dark Forces series, and reports from recent weeks from Insider Gaming revealed that the game would see players take control of a Mandalorian bounty hunter, though it was an original character and not Din Djarin, which I'm sure some fans were hoping for.
No, this man is going to look just like Kevin Costner when he takes his helmet off, just to keep in Lucasfilm tradition. You know?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
He's a livestock commissioner in space. Other details on the game revealed that it had an emphasis on style and mobility that would mostly come from the use of Mandalorian's jetpacks. See, I mean, come on, man. You got fucking jetpacks. You got like little darts that shoot out of your hand.
Yeah, but Capcom had that game Dark Void that had jetpacks, Jason. It's not unique.
Rob. So then never watch The Rocketeer ever again in your whole life. Okay? Never watch it. You're not allowed.
Hey, man. If Respawn wants to make a Rocketeer FPS, I will play this. Just take this whole thing and convert it over to the Rocketeer.
He just proved my point. Is that it?
Yeah, but when it says Star Wars, people want to use force powers. They don't expect force powers in the Rocketeer. It's different.
But that's the angle for this. Is laser
You don't have
sword...
to convince me. You have to convince
I know
the feckless Star Wars fans.
But okay. If I went out with my kids right now in the front yard and said, let's play Star Wars, and they said yes, and I said, okay, you could have a lightsaber with telekinesis, or you could have a rocket pack with laser guns, the kids would be like, dang, that's a hard choice. Why are they struggling with making this work? I mean, that is just stupid. It's just stupid. Jetpacks.
Hey, Jason, I'm the one who never put Jedis in my Star Wars campaigns. All right, like I was like, nope, not doing it.
I'm the guy who couldn't get anybody to play the role playing game with them. Loser.
You didn't know me.
I'm a loser. Players would be rewarded for their stylish efforts and kills. Well, that sounds stupid. with the game also reporting featuring a takedown system similar to the iconic Doom franchise.
Do you think they could bring back the announcer from Killer Instinct? Combo, right?
I
like
think they should get Greg Proops. This is pod racing.
To make it real. You did a combo. Oh, right, that guy.
Yeah. What's AG from Mueller, she wrote, got him to do a podcast promo for me, but they got the podcast name wrong. It was nicer though.
This is
was podcasting or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, right. Thanks, Hot Mike. You know, you're like, you bastard. You know, like
the den would have contained the bounty hunter ship, a map of the galaxy, upgrade station, armory, and more. It would be here in the den where players would select bounties they wish to pursue. In the den, players could equip and upgrade weapons and armor before entering their ship to seek out their bounty. So, okay, this sounds, I mean, it's a start. This brings us to where a French YouTube show and podcast called Origami shared details on the possible reasoning behind the video game's cancellation. On the latest episode of the show, Le Hebdo, I don't know how you say it, so fucking, I don't know, okay? French Fry Ass Podcast says, the host and journalist discussed an array of topics, one of which was the cancellation of the untitled Star Wars FPS. One of the journalists, Gotas, I don't know, shared that from what he has heard, one of the reasons behind EA's decision to cancel Respawn's Star Wars game was due to the FPS not featuring Jedi or lightsabers. You can read the quote here, and then As a True helped with the translation or whatever. So the host says, both Iron Man game and Black Panther game are not visibly concerned. The EA remain committed partly to Star Wars. You told me this morning, at least on games with lightsabers. Good work on the translation, boys. And then the podcast guy goes, well, that's basically what it was from what I was able to capture. But no, basically from what I was told, internal communications formulated by Electronic Arts, the goal would be to say Star Wars, yes, but Star Wars without the Jedi. Makes fart sound effect. That's why I love Bassman for including it. They're not sure it pays off sufficiently compared to what was going to be put in. Oh, wow. It's almost like maybe that was obvious before. If you feel that way, maybe before you greenlit the project, you know? The journalist emphasized that he was speaking about the religion of the Jedi and not Star Wars Jedi series and then blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, and by the way, everybody, Bespin got royally fucked. I mean, majorly fucked. He had a garage trying to shake him down. He had a garage telling him like they installed parts into his car that they didn't install. He found the parts in the back, and he's just like in a hard place. So if you haven't supported Bespin on Patreon or sent him a coffee, if you ever were going to, this is the time, because the guy's probably going to be eating top ramen for a couple of weeks, couple months, if something doesn't.
He's gonna be living off Marmite days in the way that how much money he's out of.
Yeah, it's not good.
No way to live.
Yep, and same thing with this show. You could be a channel member, like the Star Wars Skywalker's Academy. Thank you for being a channel member, my buddy Jedi Mike, and stuff like that. And that's a good way to support the show. Or you could be a Patreon supporter. But probably on YouTube is probably the easiest way for everybody, I think. But yeah. So, anyways, the whole thing with the game shit, it's just fucking like I'm burnt out on it. I'm to a point where I just can't care anymore about the game stuff. So I probably won't really cover it too much more. But I wanted to cover that one because it's what you've been saying.
Yeah,
it's what we've been saying.
You folks are going to learn that, like, it's not just me telling you what I want the world to be or how I think it works, or I have some weird fan math. I've had a lot of jobs where I've worked with these people. I understand how they think, and nothing's changed.
Yeah,
nothing's changed. You may think, no, it's different now. It's 2020. Nothing's changed.
Or when you're cynical about everything, you get confirmation bias.
And not for nothing, but the first video game job I ever lost was because EA signed that stupid NFL exclusivity the day I had an interview at Red Lion Studios. The guys who made Game Day, Because I told you I made friends with the head of that studio at Seagrass.
Oh, was this the guy you met in the car accident?
Yeah. Well, we tried to cut through the construction of the Padre baseball stadium, and security ran us out. So he's like, "Hey, I'll give you a ride." He had a Ferrari. We get into his Ferrari, and he ends up rear-ending someone. And so I hung out with him for 2 hours, and then he gave me a job. And my formal interview was the day the NFL license, EA took it over, and they shut the whole studio down that day. Dude. They're like, "Oh well, that's over." I'm like, "God damn it!" Like, so I got a personal grievance with EA. And look, I love Respawn, but like they should have. I can see how they go, "Hey, Lucasfilm really wanted us to do this before. Why don't we do this? We could do this." But the reality is there's just no money for this, like unless you're going to do a big GTA style game where you can do like multiple characters or something, perhaps, yeah. But there's just no, I wish there was. That's why the only way you're going to get good single A or double A games from Lucasfilm is if they make them themselves, because there's no financial incentive.
It can't happen. I know you said this all the time. I was talking to a buddy about it. He's like, literally, it can't happen. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you after the show, though. I can't say it on the air, but like, it literally is never going to happen. It's fucking impossible. It would literally require like a restructuring of Disney at the moment with how Disney is operating on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is my biggest gripe with Disney.
Lucasfilm would without. I hope I'm not going too far. Lucasfilm would have to have a few billion-dollar movies come down the pipeline before they would even allow them to ever start a video game company for them. And then so the only other way it would happen is if Disney actually started doing their own games entirely, like not just Star Wars, everything. You know what I mean? Like their fucking Disneyland Castle bullshit games or whatever. So I think that with where it's going with the Epic license, or not license, but
or
investment,
or if they did this, or if they did this, right?
Yeah,
they decided they wanted to make an initiative to make smaller Turtles, Revenge of the Shredder level, Helldivers 2 level games, right?
Yeah,
and they bring on some developers to do that, but they forego the licensing rights. And then after the game hits a profit, they do a revenue share of some sort.
Yeah.
This way these people don't owe money for making a video game to them,
Right.
Like that's the other way to do it, like some sort of program.
Because you would never do contractors on a game and just put the whole thing together for their one project, because then you would be stuck with the failure.
And that's just not how it works. Right? Even if you're like, even if you were licensing, I dealt with Marvel and Disney on this for prints, for like posters and stuff. Even when you just license them to be able to produce posters at a national level, say like at Walmart or Hot Topic, those poster racks and stuff, you have to do a guarantee. There's like a certain minimum threshold guarantee, return for that. So for their gaming center, for their publishing for games, there's probably a minimum guarantee that they get no matter what. And when you add that into the cost of everything else, it just forces you into these categories of tiers of games that just don't net doing it. So they need to let that stuff go for brand growth. Like it's choking their brand and fan loyalty. So what you're going to end up having, Jason, and I'm willing to bet sooner than later, given Helldivers 2 doing so, with Helldivers 2 has a Starship Troopers like mode and a Terminator like mode, someone's going to do something like that with a Star Wars like, that it will be more popular than any Star Wars game, simply because they aren't shackled by this maneuver, So,
dude, so today they put out like these pictures of the Star Wars 4K DVD Blu-ray own it at home editions of all of the Star Wars stuff.
Right.
Like, you go to StarWars.com, they don't even fucking have it up. It's fucking, guys,
it's great.
Yeah, it makes
it's awesome. They're really doing their job there, Jason.
Yeah, I mean this right here, the covers look really, really nice. I think they're pretty
good. They're doing this for like Marvel stuff too, the TV shows like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I gotta say, all of the packaging design.
Moon Knight was the other one, right?
Yeah. All the packaging for this stuff is pretty good. Although I do find it funny that Andor doesn't have the Quake logo; it has the Rebellion logo on there. Just to be clear,
That's good. You know what they should have put though? They should have put Bix.
Yeah, Bix should be on there, and Bix and BMO.
Yeah,
little BMO on there for the kiddies. Oh, there's a droid.
But that said, it's a good cover. Either
why'd they put little Leia on there? That's a bad move. They should put the dinosaur on that.
She's
cover.
The co-star. That's why.
No. You should put the dinosaur.
Does this have the other ones?
I was at Hallmark last Christmas. Her figurine wasn't moving for nothing. Get that kid out of there.
Okay,
she's not a moneymaker. What?
It looks like it's not up on, maybe it's not up on the front page, but there is a link from the Twitter.
Oh,
so, okay. That's understandable. Okay. So
you see they did the classic embers trick, Jason. Remember that big embers?
Oh, on the bottom?
Look at they love to do the embers.
Yeah. Remember that picture we saw of that guy's face in the duel from Mustafar last night?
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's like some compositing error, I guess.
Yeah. It's gonna be the next face of Mars.
Obi-Wan Kenobi and Andor head to 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray. The critically acclaimed series makes the jump to physical media. Hello there, physical media fans.
Oh.
Oh, come give me a fucking break on that.
What? Rip Torn. What?
No, not you. What is going on right now? Do you hear that?
What?
I don't know. I think I'm getting some kind of like weird computer error right now.
You're hearing a bong? I can hear the bong.
My son used the computer last night and he left Discord open. So I had to close it. Sorry about that.
Meg's ranting about the show again in the Discord.
Meg's coming for me. Home video collectors in every galaxy have reason to celebrate. God, this is a corny article so far, guys.
It's a press release from StarWars.com. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it used to like I don't know. Maybe it's always been corny, but it's like you got something tangible and cool here. You don't really need that. Oh hey everybody, it's it's Tano Tuesday.
Read it like the announcer from the Phantom Menace, the pod racer dude.
Oh, I can't do it.
Home video collectors in every galaxy have reason to celebrate. Right?
Yeah.
As Lucasfilm and Disney announced today that Obi-Wan Kenobi and Andor
remember the guy's voice
4K.
from the VHS? He was like, and then on March 7th, Return of the Jedi. All right. Collectors in every galaxy have reason to celebrate as Lucasfilm and Disney announced today that Obi-Wan Kenobi and Andor will come to 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray on April 30th. Originally released in 2022 on Disney Plus, this will mark the first opportunity to own the Emmy Award-nominated shows on disc. And gotta be real with you guys right now, though. I'm not going to. I'll buy Kenobi because for the collection because it's one solid thing.
It has a director's commentary by Deborah Chow, Jason. We gotta listen to that. Listen to that. I want to hear it.
No, I mean, okay, listen. Kenobi has things wrong with it, but the whole thing, you don't throw out the whole thing because it's bad. Because there's something bad like to it.
No, but if you remember the commentary to Batman and Robin, Joel Schumacher apologized for that movie and then talked about his other films. I wonder if she'll just start talking about the other things.
How relevant is that, Rob, to this conversation?
Super good. Oh,
do you think Lucasfilm's going to allow, like, yeah, hey, this fucking part where this dumb kid runs like a jackass? I didn't film that. Second unit did, and then they wouldn't give me the money.
Yeah, they will. That's why it'll say opinions are not blah 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 before.
No, that's
they'll do it.
Honestly, it's a surprise that they're even doing it for how they've been in the last 10 years. They've actually like not wanted anyone. I mean, we had like JJ did one for The Force Awakens.
It was pretty bad though. They're just not good at audio commentaries.
But it's JJ's commentary.
JJ, he's not even good on the Mission Impossible commentary.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. That is what it is. If you make JJ makes a movie, that's what his commentary is like, and they fucking did it. And then they never did anything ever again. So
it sucks because Ryan Johnson was the one I wanted to listen to. You know, he's good at commentaries. He does great commentaries.
Yeah, his special features were better on his.
The Looper
on his
one
release,
was really fun too.
So this will mark the first opportunity to own it. Both Obi-Wan Kenobi and the complete series. Obi-Wan Kenobi the complete series. That's the fucking title.
Obi-Wan Kenobi the complete series. And Andor the complete first season. So that means there's no Obi-Wan season 2 coming, folks. Just so you know.
No. You can still go
because they clearly say the complete first season on Andor.
This one they're saying
it's done.
You could go buy the complete saga with Star Wars right now, and it's like 6 episodes.
Yeah, they're done.
You know what I mean?
What, there wasn't any more than that, right?
But that's thankfully the it does say it. It does say the complete series on Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was gonna say if it doesn't have it on the box, it'll be a little bit more like light.
They just have to put that so people don't think they're getting. Remember back in the day when I bought Buffy, like on tape, like it would be like 3 episodes. You know, you had to like.
Well, you're not wrong.
People still think that.
I don't remember exactly how this went down, but it was like Star Wars Rebels came out, right? And like I got season 1, the complete season 1, and it was like $35.99 for the season or something like that. Cool, right? Okay, cool. Right. And as they came out, I got to watch them on Amazon. It was some of them were longer even. It was cool. It was a good value. Time goes on. This happens again, and then again. This time I spend the $35.99 or whatever it is. And there's only half the show. And then later on they add volume 1 to it.
Oh, dicks.
Oh yeah. I got my like money back. I showed everybody else how to do it on Amazon. You know what I mean? At the time I was like, fuck you. You know what I mean? I was out at that point. But anyways, yeah, this is a pretty nice set though. When you look at the box, it has a nice cover, the little steelbook here. Looks like they did a good job. The disc look cool, little Kenobi and Vader.
No, the packaging's really good. I wish the show looked like the fucking packaging.
Okay.
It promises a tone that the show does not live up to.
Obi-Wan Kenobi the complete series bonus features. Duel of Fate. Now go ahead, Rob. Just go ahead and just go. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes on that. I'm just gonna hang out here while you.
Motherfuckers love to throw that one out, don't they, Jason? Like they love to, you know, like, hey, episode 10, 9 will be Duel of Fates. No. Wait, we'll put the music in the trailer. No, we're not. We're gonna put the music in the Obi-Wan trailer. It's not in it. Then we're gonna Duel of. I don't know, man. It just angers me that they keep leaning on that and they never actually use it. You know, it's just Duels of Fate. It's like
I know. Somebody at Lucasfilm was once told by a Tinder date that they're good with puns, and then now here we are.
I know.
Duel, and it's funny because it has two titles: Duels of Fate, Obi-Wan versus Vader. Just pick one. Just.
Why don't they use Across the Stars? Battle of the Zeros, right?
The Phantom Menace.
Yeah. Phantom Menaces.
Phantom Menace. I don't know. I'm seeing Force asses in my peripheral vision all the time, Mace. What do I do?
No. The Phantom Fennec. That'll be on the Book of Boba Fett complete series.
The Phantom Fin ass.
Yeah.
Ray, I got something to tell you. My ass is Phantom. All right. Deborah Chow, Ewan McGregor, and Hayden Christensen examine the lightsaber battles of Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. So in this one, we put a giant pile of rocks, and Ewan ran around like all day. It was a grueling shoot. You must understand how tight those rocks were getting in his shoes. And
when we got done, we went across the street at Texas Roadhouse. It was right there. It was like right across the street. We could just go get it. Yeah.
The Dark Times, villains. Once again, just pick a fucking title. Uncover the lore of the
show.
Inquisitors.
The series should have been called The Dark Times. Star Wars, The Dark Times. And you could do all this stuff under one banner.
It should have been called Reva.
Oh, notice how that's in none of these features and she's on none of the packaging.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very clever.
Designing the galaxy. I know they all throw behind something, but then once it's a rough terrain, they really bail on you at Disney. You know,
they bail Organa, right?
They bail Organa the fuck out of you. Honestly, I feel like that more than anything. In fact, I'm going to say I kind of know more than anything that has been a hold up on that show getting a season 2 and moving forward. If had Reva gone on, and we would have more Kenobi, but we're not. Designing the galaxy, say hello to Leia's lovable sidekick Lola, then explore the new planets of the Star Wars galaxy. Director of commentary, join Dr. Deborah Chow for an exclusive audio commentary on the action-packed finale. Oh, it's only on the finale.
Oh, damn it.
So also
she can't. I wanted to see her justify that Leia being chasing down by Flea. Yeah, I just want.
Yeah.
Nope, not getting any of that.
No, I mean, all fucking dickhead shit aside, I want to just hear about how Flea got the role. Like, how did you end up getting Flea into like? There's a story there, and that would have been interesting to hear.
Well, I saw Back to the Future 2 back in 1989.
Needles.
I always said he would be in a Star Wars thing if I made a Star Wars. You're like, all right.
Well, why is the little bastard from Temple of Doom doing the commentary?
That's what Deborah Chow sounds like. That's what she sounds like.
Totally not at all.
No, that was her in the movie. That's her voice.
No, I've already heard the commentary. Like when it starts, yeah, she's like, "What's up, motherfuckers? Deborah Chow here."
She sounds like Ving Rhames.
Ving Rhames.
That's fucking amazing. I love Ving Rhames.
Yeah. She's like, you might think I sound fucking crazy right now, but I was in a bad accident. Ving Rhames gave me his voice box because he's fucking real as fuck.
Ving Rhames sounds like one of my dad's friends I grew up around. like we know, one of those guys that they're like your uncle, but not really, and they never come to your real family functions. But you're friendly with them.
Deborah Chow proves the Hollywood sexist bias by when she got Ving Rhames' voice, how much more serious people took her, and how much better her directing got. All right, featurettes. Oh, this is
she got Mr. Robot,
the complete first season. And I'm gonna say though, on one hand, buying Andor is probably important if you were to do anything. You're like, oh, I want to support something Star Warsy, so it there's more.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy it.
But at the same time, I'm reluctant to buy it when the second season is about to come out, and there will probably be a complete season box set.
Yeah, they'll double dip me. I'm in.
But or do this: buy the complete first season, then make sure you sell that shit before it falls off too hard. If you know the other one's coming.
No.
Bonus features. You're a big collector. Features.
No, just the stuff I like.
Okay. But I mean, so you would want to have season 1 and season 1 and 2 in a box set later on when you have to buy season 1.
Yeah, I'll keep them all. They're going right in the coffin with me, Jason. It's gonna be heavy coffin. But all of my stuff's going with me in the hole. Right.
All right.
They say you can't take it with you, but my living trust says it absolutely does go with me. Right in there,
All right. So Ferrex Part 1 featurettes. Ferrex Part 1, Imperial Occupation. Tony Gilroy, Kathleen Kennedy, and Diego Luna discuss the series' origins. Al-Thani, Rebel Heist.
Oranges?
Join the shoot in Scotland with character spotlights, rebel training stunts, a VFX breakdown, and more. That one sounds interesting. Coruscant, Whispers of Rebellion. Still hate 2 titles. Like you're just making something. Oh, and I know Coruscant! And then giving it a title. That's just dumb. Stories of the series of ISB agent Dedra, Senator Mon Mothma, and Spy Master Luthen Rael. Narkina 5, One Way Out. Uncover the Empire's penal system and the prison's stark look. Get to know Kino Loy and view VFX breakdowns. Ferrex Part 2.
Jason, I can't wait to learn all about that penal system, Jason. I can't wait. Yeah.
Well, here
John won't tell me. No.
Here's the whole thing, though, Dave.
Okay.
We don't have runtimes on what these things really are.
It's 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 6 hours each.
These could be 4 minutes each.
Well, it turns out Tony Gilroy talked like a sloth, so he moved really slow when he talks. So it's going to take a little bit. You have to speed. But if you play it like on 4 times the speed, it's like 32 minutes. So it's good.
Look, they give you the disk space on the blue. It's 100 gigabytes. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they only wanted Jason. They only wanted to give you like 800, but I bumped it up.
Okay.
That's what I do. I'm the creative director. I just make all sorts of suggestions. So like I told them they should do a whole like Bix Uncovered, but they won't. They won't do it. I don't know why.
Dave, are you going to pre-order on March 12th?
Oh yeah. Only on my OnlyFans. You go right on there and you can pre-order it if you subscribe to Only Filonies.
Why does it say these aren't the droids you're looking for? Well, why is everything just a reference to a thing, but I don't understand it?
Well, you know, Jason, if you lick the screen, it'll show you a toothy Sarlacc.
Wait, so I should lick it?
Yeah, lick it. Lick the screen. Oh God.
You lied.
Look, you're not getting that from any other Star Wars show today.
Like, yeah, you lied. You're a liar.
Lies ain't the only thing I'm full of, Jason.
Well, it looks cool. I mean, they like look good. I think physical media Star Wars fans are gonna be happy.
Yeah, I wonder if Sony did the packaging.
Well, they have the rights to make the stuff. I would guess. I don't know. Would they do it that way?
Sony's supposed to be doing all their physical stuff, right? They announced that 2 weeks ago. Does this fall under that?
Well, that's the whole thing. Is the factory side of it. I don't know if it would have anything to do with like the actual physical creation of that stuff. Maybe it does. I don't know. But I was just under the impression that it had to do with the fact that Sony owns like the pressing, like the places to make the discs and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm sure they have some design house they contract through because they're always doing reissues of movies with like shittier box art. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, I want to get these. I don't think I'm gonna get them right away. I think I'm probably gonna wait until
Jason. Let's go stand out in line outside overnight. Let's get a tent. Huh? Fly me in
at Best Buy.
Fly me into Anaheim, and then we'll pitch a tent a month early.
Yeah.
And we'll be out there streaming from the show.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And I'll dress up like a ghost every day. I'll wear that blue haze netting they wear, when they go to the Comic-Con. And we can just camp out and wait for these physical releases because physical media is the most important thing. Everyone's going to buy these because that's what they demand, right? They demand physical media. So
true. All right, here's the other thing that I wanted to show. This is on my buddy Azatru's Twitter. Is that new Star Wars adventures are coming in April with Andor, Mando, and Ahsoka. Ahsoka is set on Peridia. Andor's has to be Eye of Aldani, right? That was like my assumption, but they actually like have like some pictures here. The Andor one, it's funny because Andor is the best of everything, but I think it's gonna look the dumbest in the Star Tours like world.
Not if it ends with going through that big meteor shower. That'll look dope.
Oh yeah. I mean the part with the character, like that little part where the character comes on the screen is gonna be like, oh, Star Tours, what are you doing here? It's gonna be fucking silly, but. And then there's
maybe
Mando
Bimo.
And Grogu.
Bimo goes, well, no.
And then there's Ahsoka and her ship. Oh.
She looks really thrilled to be there, Jason.
Looks weird.
You know what? She's giving me that look like that. Rob, he doesn't look like his Tinder picture, right, Jason? You know that look when they look at you. I don't know. Yeah. You know what I mean? My wife's gonna feel like, what? I'm like, I don't know. I was trying to make a Jason joke. I didn't want to throw him under the bus. But you know that look women give you, Jason, when they realize you don't, or you do actually look like your photos. Maybe they were hoping for something. I don't know. Disappointed. That's what I'm talking about. You ever get that look? No, you don't get that.
I know. I never know if I'm supposed to be offended when they always say you look better in real life. I think that's good.
Yeah, that's good. We want that.
But anyways, so our buddy Azatru, he has 100,000 subscribers, right? So he needs to give us some. First of all, he needs to give us some.
And Jason. People are mad that I'm not blue in real life, so I've been taking colloidal silver every day until I turn blue, so that when people meet me in real life, I look just like the ghost. So,
no.
Oh,
no. I was like, me and Luke were watching Azatru's videos, right? He's like one of the YouTubers it's okay to watch with your kids.
Yeah,
and
he's responsible.
Not this show, but his show.
Oh God, no.
And excuse me. And anyways, he has this little like animation that comes up and it's like, it says he has like 50,000 subscribers. So I saw that and I was like, oh, he's got 50,000. Okay. I didn't really pay much attention. It's not like I don't really care. Like I'm proud of him. I'm proud of my boy Azatru, but I don't really care. It's not like, oh, as he's famous now, kind of thing. And so he comes on the show like a little while ago, and I'm like, you got 50. He's like, oh, whoa, buddy, I got like 100,000 plus. And I was like, oh shit, sorry, man. So the day before, we're like watching some of his videos about the Battlefront remake that's coming out or whatever reissue, and yeah, his old little animation. It's so old. It's like I want to make fun of him about that, but I just don't know how to approach it. But I was curious.
Oh, you let me do the talking. I'll make fun of him.
Okay.
Oh, but come here, you little punk. Can you go over here? Can't you get like an AI thing to make a new animation?
Looks like a trailer.
Oh, we got it. Oh, perfect. Oh, they put real Star Wars music in it.
Demonetized. Now.
They didn't put the fake Star Wars music that's in the show. They put the real Star Wars.
That's cool though. I mean, it's definitely a fun.
Yeah,
one.
flying. I've always wanted to fly a bunch of penis-looking whales. I mean, it's my dream for a long time. So,
okay,
hey,
he has some more.
Who's the rebel spy when it's Andor? Isn't everyone a rebel spy?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I would imagine he's going to be like, I put the contact on the ship, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like that's what
right.
Yeah, it looks nice though. Like we got little Luthen Riel riding bitch in the back right here.
He's holding on for dear life.
Yeah, it is kind of funny because he is like the least bitch in Star Wars, but he has to ride like a bitch. It's like Star Wars is like, we got to even this out. We got to make you kind of a bitch at one point to our hero. Because in real life,
fair, he takes public transportation.
But in real life, no, not Luthen.
Well, when he got on planet, he had to take the public.
Oh yeah, when he had to ride with the people and he was like disgusted. He's like, these people stink.
Yeah. He's like, there's no way a Mandalorian would take this fucking bus for a year. Like,
yeah. But I mean, but yeah, I mean, you guys have the most beautiful woman in all of Star Wars, and she's nowhere to be found in the marketing on this. That is crazy.
And two pretty good ones after the fact, Jason. You know?
And she could
and a gilf, right?
It's not like they're just casting her for her butt. You know what I mean?
And a gilf that they turn into a brick. You know,
yeah,
they could put the brick. You can get like a little piece of Merva, you know, there, like a little brick,
a little piece of little chip of brick, and they're like, this is piece.
So I can throw it at fascists this November 20th,
yeah,
November 7th, whatever.
November 7th,
the day we're supposed to vote, whatever day that is.
It is. These sets are pretty.
November 6th.
November 6th.
Yeah. November bits.
I'm supposed to go drop my shit off today. My voting stuff today.
Oh, the primaries?
Yeah. I gotta go take it down. So if you're in California, it's today. Don't forget.
It's Super Duper Tuesday.
Fly among Purgles in a new adventure in Peridia.
Yeah, I hate
incoming transmissions from Ahsoka Tano and Cassian Andor. What? The clan of two in your Star Tours? You better believe it, buddy. That's cool.
And I hate to be that guy, but it's like, you know, Jason, can I have 180,000 followers on my Facebook? So, you know, maybe one day Azatru will get up to my numbers, you know.
If he's lucky.
Just saying.
He stops messing around.
Just saying.
If he learns how to join a game in Fortnite and fix his internet, maybe. Yeah. So on Star
take him to church.
Continue with an urgent mission from Ahsoka Tano. Updates to the beloved Disney Parks attraction will include a visit to Peridia from Ahsoka and transmissions from Cassian Andor and Din Djarin and Grogu. Din Djarin and Grogu. So is that like a style guide thing at Lucasfilm now? It must always be the Mandalorian and Grogu. Like it must, because that's really fucking strange. All right. You may soon find yourself hurtling through the clouds among a majestic pod of Purgle when Ahsoka Tano pulls you in to help her evade enemy fire. The moment inspired by the recent blah, 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 who nobody gives a fuck. Same picture. All right. Nicer little picture of that. Cool. Among the new additions, you climb aboard your next Star Speeder flight this spring. Ahsoka, Cassian, blah, blah, blah. Fucking garbage text that doesn't say anything. Okay. The Star Tours update, the first since Keft B, was added to celebrate the rest of Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, will debut during Season of the Force at Disneyland Resort on April 5th. For a limited time now through June 2nd, you can also ride on Hyperspace Mountain. And that kind of shit. Yeah. I know, I kind of want to, I'm not going to, I don't think. I don't know why it says that on the bottom of all these articles. Everybody, Scott's very annoyed that we skipped over the Book of Boba Fett. No, it's not Scott's fault. Yeah, I know. I don't know why it's not getting a release, or is it and they're just not press releasing it? They just like
no, because the show sucks. Like,
well, you said they all suck and they're all getting
released. They do, but Lucasfilm really knows that one. Although I think Kenobi's worse. I think Boba Fett's better than Kenobi.
I would actually say that what it probably is that the Mandalorian content will probably end up getting released in somewhat of an order for their story. So I would imagine that Scott won't be upset eventually. It'll probably be like, because what's out now? Is Mando 1 and 2? Is Mando 1 and 2 out already? I know they were coming out. I plan on picking up when they're cheaper. But then but I imagine Book of Boba Fett will come in that timeline, because in reality, Book of Boba Fett is a season of the Mandalorian show. They just marketed it differently
for tax purposes,
you know, to not pay anybody involved as it continues to go on. Yeah. So anyways, Mando, Scott says Mando 1 and 2 are out and they look bonkers good. Yeah, I bet you're like, compared to what you get on Disney Plus, like overall, it's probably fucking pretty rad. So hopefully, Scott, you end up getting that one as we hit that point in the release, you know, of that content. Because
season 1 has those Greg Fraser episodes. That's worth owning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cinematographer of The Dark Knight, the Batman and Dune.
Yeah. So my guess would be Book of Boba Fett and Mando 3 will probably be like a release together. Just a, you know, a guess. Meg says the quality is a huge improvement. Okay.
No, it was the same quality, Meg, that's always been there, but their shitty compression services keep you from being able to look at it. You know?
Yeah.
Look, it really drives. I have a buddy who works on visual effects at Netflix and stuff, right? You know? No, is it HBO? He's worked on Game of Thrones and shit. But yeah, he's worked for Netflix too. He says it's the same either way. But he's like, yeah, you know, they go frame by frame over the work they turn in and give notes, you know? And then they do all this extra work to get it done. And then you're watching Game of Thrones and you're like, yeah, I can't see nothing because there's pixelated compression all over my shit. And you're like, what was the point of the notes, man? Like, what was the point?
Scott says the Batman also very volume heavy and look great on 4K. Yeah, that one, I've seen that one, but that one they did a recomposite. They filmed on the volume and then did a recomposite of that work, which is like the quality way of doing it.
This is because Greg Fraser helped them develop the volume. Fraser was the one that worked with Lucasfilm to help build it. So when he brought it to a film level, he knew the weaknesses already inherent. And he's talked about this, by the way. You can listen to, he did a 2-part interview with Roger Deakins on the Team Deakins podcast, and he gets into the Batman stuff on the first episode pretty quickly. Oh, okay. Deakins is a big fan of the Batman, and they get into working in the volume and all that stuff. So highly recommend listening to that if you're into it.
Yeah, I'm excited for the new Batman film, for the Batman 2. Is that what they're calling it?
We get Superman and Batman in the same year, Jason.
Yeah.
James Gunn's Superman.
Honestly, I'm happy that I don't like my Batman and my Superman like connected, to be honest with you. Like I was telling Bestman about that. I was like, back in the day, like I was dreading the idea of Superman coming out and being in the mic, because, you know, at first, remember, we didn't know we were going towards Batman and Robin and that shit. It was like Batman 89, and you're like, the dream, look at the potential. And then Batman Returns comes out and you're like, I don't know if I like this, but I like a lot. Like, there's a lot of stuff that worked from the first movie, you know? And then they're like, oh, we're going to do Superman. And I was just like, fucking hell. Like, that just does not, like,
Well,
this.
first they did Batman Forever and they put the Metropolis line in.
Yeah.
When he's talking to Robin. He goes, you know, you're going to make it to Metropolis, blah, 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 blah. And that was like, oh.
But they were talking about Superman, like, since before Batman Returns even came out. And I was just like, no, there's no aliens in this fucking thing. Bespin, fuck you. Fuck you in your horror.
With Dolby Atmos for the Metallica, Jason. You know,
I was talking to a girl I talked to, and we were like talking about fantasy stuff, and I was like, I put Legend on last night, and I'm like, I'm watching that part in Legend when they fuck up the unicorn, and then she was like, that movie puts me to sleep. But I knew that she liked Dark Crystal. I was like, but you're cool with the Dark Crystal, but you're not cool with Legend. She's like, no, I fell asleep during that shit too. And then I was like, oh yeah, well, which one do you like? She said Willow, and I was like, okay, you're cool. But then she's like, yeah, I need to see that series. And then I had to break it to her. I was like, if you like Metallica a lot, and you're in love Willow.
Yeah, I love Metallica, and I can't stand Willow. So, you know.
Oh no, you if you love Metallica, you love Willow. Everybody knows that. I mean, it's like when you see like Knockmar Castle, you're like, Enter Sandman, bro.
Well, that's because cool. Lars is like a brownie, essentially.
Lars.
It's true.
Fucking when your name is the same as Luke Skywalker's uncle, and you're in a metal band, you were just destined to be a drummer in Metallica. I mean, there's just no other place for you. Your name, like Lars. You know, they came from like around here. I think Hetfield was like a Christian Scientist in the city I live in when he was a kid. Anyways, though, well, did we do it, Rob? I think we did it. I think we did it. It was like a bunch of fucking dumb news. All of the fandom is just baby brained idiocy that I just don't fucking care about. All of these like stupid Star Wars theory fucking stupid shit is all fucking dumb. All the fake stuff about production stuff. It's like, oh, I'm gonna say it's filming here and it's filming there, and then when it just films there, I'm half right. No.
Oh, you know what my favorite was yesterday? It showed up on Threads for me. Was Daniel blah 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 goes the Rey movie is being built as a standalone film, but could be a sequel if people like it. I'm like, that's every film.
Whoa,
bro, that's every film.
Blow my fucking mind.
Hey, Jason, I heard it may or may not have a post-credit scene.
Right. Hey, I got a big scoop for everybody, actually, if anybody wants it. I'll put it out right now. They're going to make a superhero movie, and if that superhero movie is successful, they're definitely going to do another one.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be in a shared universe. Maybe depends on how it goes.
And check this out: they're either going to film it in the United States or they're going to film it in the UK.
Yeah. And it might have some dumbasses on Threads were saying, "I wish this movie had no villains. She just deserves to live a peaceful life." I'm like, yeah, I dare you to make that movie. I would love to see it. Just make a Star Wars movie where everyone just gets along for a couple hours, spend $200 million+ on that, and see how it does. Like,
we'll call it Peace Bores.
It's just like this Dune thing, Jason. Right? I'm not saying it's a good movie or a bad movie. I'm sure it's the fucking greatest movie ever made. What kills me about Dune is not a year goes by, I don't hear from some fucking Star Wars nut who tells me that they're tired of seeing desert planets in their Star Wars movie. But then when Dune comes out, they're like, you gotta see, this is the greatest movie ever made. I'm like, last I checked, it features a chosen one sitting in the desert, because Lucas took the dumbest things from Dune. The things I like in I like least in Star Wars come from Dune, by the way, Jason. You know, so you know, like they're like the least interesting parts. Like when the scene in the first movie where they drop the two bugs in to kill him while he's sitting in the room, that's the Padme apartment scene from Attack of the Clones. It's dumb. We don't need this. Why are you doing this, Luke? Lucas always, I don't get it. Yeah. Star Wars Santa hates Andor and little puppies. It's two.
Yeah,
especially those pound puppies. He used to take those toys and drop them off.
Wanna come home with you?
Yeah, he used to drop them in the Bermuda Triangle just so no one could get them. That's why you couldn't get a pound puppy when you were a kid.
The Bermuda Triangle's been a bitch lately. Like, it ain't doing shit. Like, I think it's over, man. right?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? You
Well,
know?
it had a finite amount of powers, and they used them all up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
So Rural Farm Boy says, "Did you see my question?" Let me see. The idea for 5 months. Yeah, I just
No,
saw it
I
right
told you
now.
to make a
It's
list
not
of
a question, it's
names,
a
and
statement.
you never. Yeah, I told him to make a list of names in the chat comment. He never did. So yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Also, love the Plagueis book. Yeah, Star Wars Santa loves the Plagueis book. You're right. He does. I mean, he did read it. Like he did like his own like audiobook of it.
Yeah,
On his
he loves
Patreon.
Star Wars Visions though. That's his favorite. Season 2 specifically.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm done. At 116 timestamp. I can't go back to the video live. I'm making.
Does Rule Fanboy want us to jump around to the timestamp during the show?
Yeah, I can't even do that. Like,
does he know we're doing the show? We're not watching the show.
That's a power some would consider to be unnatural. If I could do that.
Hey, you know what you could do, Rule Fanboy? You could copy and paste right in there. Like that's what you could do.
Yeah, it could have maybe just asked the question again. That would have been easiest, bro.
He's gonna go to Tashi Station after this and get smacked. You know, like
he's gonna be like, "I'm so nice to these people. I watch every episode. I retweet their shit, and then they fucking make fun of me to my face." But
maybe if I'm the only guy that never leaves, I can sleep with the hot chick in this group, right?
Well, you know,
right?
like
that's what Book of Boba Fett proved. That he was the last friend standing.
And then when it doesn't happen, you go, "Fuck you, you're fat anyways." Right?
No.
That's the like nice guy thing. You know, they wait until the very end. They're like waiting around, and then they fucking turn on him and go completely crazy.
Turns out he's an incel.
Oh, Rural Farm Boy, I just get endless nonsense to my Twitter. "Oh, excuse me, Jason. Since they didn't make Boba Fett 2, will they make Boba Fett 3? And it's just shit like that, like all day. I mean, you know, so like sometimes they're like young people, and you're like, "I get it, you know, it's fine."
I deleted my Twitter.
So. Yeah, so sorry, I don't see. It's fucking buried. It would take me longer. Once again, this conversation's taking longer than you just saying what you needed to say, probably. But anyways, I think we did it, Rob. I think we could get out of here now.
Time to go to Fortnite, Jason.
We'll I don't know if I'll be able to do Fortnite today.
But
all right. I gotta vote and stuff, but I'm gonna try. But anyways, we'll see everybody tomorrow.
Can we vote in Fortnite? Wouldn't that be great? Right? You do your quest and then you can vote. You know,
yeah, you can vote for whatever you want. You know, what are you gonna vote for? What do you want to vote
for? Universal healthcare.
Well, that's good because I just voted that you get diabetes.
And I want affordable Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
None of these things are happening in my lifetime. That's what I want.
I just want access to generic cereal across the board. You know what I mean?
You have access. You just don't have affordable access.
You know, I want Duty Puffs or whatever it would be called.
Well, that's my every birthday I buy one box of Cocoa or Fruity Pebbles. You know, I just like that initial crunch, you know, and you shove them all in your mouth really quick, you get that big crunch, you know, and then I realize why I don't.
We should make it like cereal that doesn't make sense though, and see if it works. Like Cocoa Puffs, but it's called Ragin' Cajun. People are like,
like great. Hot Ones, the cereal, like a spicy
Hot Ones, the cereal, and it's just cornflakes. It's not, you know, C-3POs was just Cheerios that were. Shittier.
we should call it toasty rat shit. Because you know, they always tell you that burnt one's the rat shit. Remember that?
And we'll shrink wrap that Michael Keaton Batman bank to every box too.
Eaton Keatons, yeah,
Eaton Keatons,
yeah.
Okay, every the back of the box will have a little point system, Eaton Keatons, and then you can get it. Okay, we've done it. We got somewhere today. It was worth doing the show. I think we made it make sense. All right, bye, Rob. Bye, everybody.
We need a P Diddy cereal.